So here's a little bit of an update. I think on my sourdough starter, I believe, and please, I know my counter is a little messy. That's because I just had a little explosion with this starter. I'm actually kind of amazed because earlier, well, I'd used it in a recipe yesterday. We made some banana bread muffins. And yesterday, once I had taken the starter out for the recipe, it was down to about here. And so I added, more flour and water, and it came up to about here or so. And this morning I fed it again, but even still, it was down to like here. And this was just a couple hours ago. So this is really, it overflowed, it more than doubled in size in a couple hours. So you check this out, like you can see it bubbling. Just hold it steady for a minute. So this is after feeding it with a couple of spoons of flour, a little tiny bit of water, just enough so that I could stir it up well without any problems. So it's looking like it's pretty much probably ready to go ahead and make sourdough. I just walked into the kitchen and I was like, wow, it really smells like sourdough in here. And I turned and looked at my container and saw that it had bubbled way over, had a major overflow. You can see the sides here. So I'm gonna have a little mess to clean up there where I had it. I put it in a cupboard, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, it's super bubbly. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to stir it down. You know, some people, they say to use wooden utensils, but I've been using a silver, just a regular spoon. I'm just using a fork right now. Just a regular, sort of utensil. And it's been fine, as you can see, has not impacted the growth. So I think I'm pretty certain that I started this last Sunday or Saturday, somewhere in there, possibly on Friday. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at the 7-day mark now. I suppose I should have made a note of that, but yep. Definitely a success. This is my very first sourdough starter. Of course, I haven't made a loaf of bread yet, but I have used it in 2 recipes so far. The discard I've used in pancakes, and also the muffins yesterday, banana muffins. I wish there was a way for you to smell this through the video, because it is so strong. It smells so strongly of sourdough now, which is amazing. And there's also a very mild, like alcohol sort of smell, but it's very mild, and I have a really good sense of smell. So definitely very strong on the sourdough. I'm really curious to see how it works with a loaf of bread. I'm going to look up some recipes today and see what I see, and because I believe with some sourdough recipes, you mix the dough up and let it sit for maybe 24 hours or longer. So I want to go ahead and see what I can make with that, and if I need to let it sit. So I'm going to just stir it down here now so you can see what it looks like, how much it's risen, and kind of what the texture is like. So you can see it dropping down already. Pretty cool. This has been a really neat experience. I'm so glad I finally made my own sourdough. We've been talking about doing this for so long. So man, look at that. So now I'm down to the bottom. So now it's pretty much completely stirred down. So man, look at this. This is how much that had risen. So when I added that flour in earlier, this is how high it was. So it is at a place where it's more than doubling. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can kind of see. Yeah, you can see there. So you can see that's like a, Well, I guess it's about double. It's about half the size. So, yeah, but it's already starting to bubble up again. Like, pretty cool. So, yep, that's that. Let me know if you have any questions. I've seen some other videos of people saying it's really difficult to do a sourdough starter from scratch, but this has been my first one and it's worked out really well. I am in a warm climate, and I do make sure and put it in a warm place at night because it does get down to like 40 at night here. But for the most part, it's been really easy. I think, you know, probably most people should be able to make it. I just mixed flour and water, didn't add anything else. Just a particular ratio, and I have that on my first video talking about sourdough. I have the sourdough starter instructions and you know, amounts that you put and all that. So anyhow, hope you have a great day. Bye bye.